Before this episode starts, I want to say thank you to our most recent subscribers. Alex Unknown, PCS Dunj77, and Multi-Ludax. I appreciate you guys subscribing. If you did subscribe and you don't see your name here, it might be because your subscriptions aren't public. I only see these if your subscriptions are public. If they're private, they don't come up for me. So if you guys want to change that, go for it. And I hope you guys enjoy the episode. Welcome back to the Rennes save on FM21. Of course, the full game release, it's already out. If you haven't gotten it yet, there's a link down in the description down below from 2 game where you can actually go and buy the game. In between episodes, we completed all our friendlies. We also got a transfer in along with a nice contract extension. Now, that transfer is, of course, Lovro Majer. Now, he was from Dinamo Zagreb, and I believe we got him for, in total, 6 mil. I want to say we paid 4 up front, and we're paying another 2 mil, I think, next season, something of that sort. There's an installment where we're just paying part of it now and part of it next season. I figured that works out. We only have 9 mil to kind of work with, so let's at least use some of the money we have now, and then we can pay the rest next season. We needed an attacking midfielder as well. I stated that last episode, and of course I really wanted Gonçalo Ramos. However, they're just quite frankly asking for too much money, and that money we just don't have right now. And so I kind of figured, you know what, Lovro Majer is a really good option, especially for set pieces. He has great crossing, great penalty taking, and technique, so he's an all-around pretty decent player. His mentals and physicals aren't always up there, but he's a very agile player, which should help. And overall, he's just a pretty solid player, especially for the price we got him at. As for the contract extension, which you can also see on screen, we got Camavinga on another 3-deal-year extension. Now, we gave him a lot more wage in there as well to try and kind of entice him to really stay at the club. He's only 17 years old, so we can only get him for 3 more years essentially on that contract. However, we'll see it in that time. We can kind of keep him at the club, and hopefully by then he'll want to stay at the club. Now, in between episodes, of course, we had all the friendlies and stuff like that, and so far we're undefeated. We've only conceded 1 goal, which is ridiculous. That was the game we won 7-1. However, we beat our second 11 just because we just kind of wanted to see where everyone was fitting in, how the team would play and everything. But we beat the second 11 3-0. We beat then Moscow 2-0, Slovan Liberec 7-1, Copenhagen 1-0, Bohemians 4-0, and then Brno 3-0. However, today we are going to be finishing out the month of August. We're going to be facing Nimes, and we're also going to be facing Lyon. Now, Nimes is a team that I think we really should beat. They've only been in the league. This is now their 3rd season being in League 1, or Ligue 1, and their first season here, I think they finished mid-table. However, last season, they finished, I think, 18th. They actually had to play in a playoff in order to survive. So they should definitely be a team that we can beat. However, Lyon is going to be a very, very tough fixture, especially it's going to be away. So we'll see if we can try and at least get a point there. However, as of right now, the first, couple months, I'm really looking for the team just kind of starting to gel together, get some goals, and just try and keep a clean sheet if possible. But just mainly just playing well in general. If they start playing well within the first few months, then we can then expect better results later on because it's a whole new formation. We only have 1 new player, but I plan to hopefully soon get rid of some players as well. There was also a comment on last episode trying to get some Americans in, or even get Kalulu on a right back. Now, as of right now, I looked at our left backs and right backs. They seem half decent and whatnot, so I think I'm going to keep them for now. Hamari Traore, he's 28, so we might look at possibly bringing Kalulu in the future because he is 28, but as of right now, he'll do fine this season. We don't need to spend money on that position. There's also a comment saying, what about Giovanni Reyna? And I really wanted to get Reyna in on loan to play this attacking midfielder spot. The only problem was that we wouldn't actually be able to get him until January window because he's still 17, and players can't be loaned to a foreign club until they are at the age of 18. So I really wanted to get at least a player in now. We were able to also pick up Majer for a fairly cheap option, and I think we just needed someone now. We've had a crisis of injuries. We even had more during the preseason. At one point, I think we had 6 or 7 injuries at once. As of right now, though, 2 players should be hopefully coming back within the next couple weeks. It looks like Jonas Martin, he also plays the AMC spot. He'll be coming back soon. Right now I have Gaboho in, and he seems like a decent prospect. He has some decent potential. It looks like he can play, left side, up top, or middle. We're probably going to keep him at middle, but we'll see if we can also try and develop him a bit. And of course, Hanu, he'll be coming back soon. I think it said 4 to 9 days he'll be back. He's a decent striker, but he can also play as a shadow striker and attacking midfielder as well, so we have options and we have more depth there. I think the only position I'm trying to possibly still pick up is just a backup left back, right back, someone who can play both. Of course, we have Dalbert, who can play the left back position. However, he's on loan. I'd rather have someone more on a permanent basis, so they're okay with being in a backup and they'll still get a decent amount of playing time, but they can play both sides. Right now, I'm looking at possibly Thierry Carrera. He plays at Valencia right now. He can play both the left back and right back positions, and he has a good amount of potential. He's Portuguese, so he doesn't fill out in a foreign limit because he is an EU player. And then you also have Ola Aina, and it looks like he plays at Fulham. He can play both sides as well. Only problem is he is Nigerian. However, that might not be a problem depending on who we go for. I might go for Thierry because one, he's Portuguese, so he's an EU player. Plus, it looks like he has a lot better potential, and he's younger. So as of right now, the transfer window ends on October 6th. So Montpellier, they'll be the last team we face before the transfer window. Hopefully by then we have 7 games we can play in the league, so we'll have an idea of how the team's actually playing, and we have some good matchups in there as well with Lyon and Paris or PSG, so it should be some good matches and stuff like that. We should really get an idea of where we might need to strengthen, as well as who's really playing well. It looks like our U19s are doing really good as well. They have 5 wins in 5 games with the goal differential of already 15, so that is pretty good and pretty ideal, especially for development of our young players. I really want to try and bring in players that we actually develop here in France, and like I said last video, I really would like to almost focus on French players. However, of course, I have a little soft spot for some American players, so maybe we'll try and bring in some American players as well, almost like Timothy Weah, which I've been very, very tempted to bring to the club. The only reason I haven't is because as of right now, striker options wise, I think we're fine. We have multiple of options right now, and we also have an option that's still somewhat out injured, but he'll be back soon too. But we have Garassi, we have Niang, who can also play up there, we have Doku, who can play up top, and then Hanu, who can also play up top once he's not injured anymore. So as of right now, probably won't go for Weah, but we'll keep an eye on him. Here are the 2 starting lineups for Rennes and Nîmes Olympique. Nîmes going for the long ball over top. They are able to get possession back again. Sarr with a good pass to Alisson. Sarr again with the ball through, and it's a good goal for Nîmes. Don't know what defensively we were doing there. Sarr has it. He plays it out wide, bringing some players out. Got some runs coming in from someone late. However, Ripart's just able to get some room in, and we just can't do anything on it. Rugani really should have done better there marking that player. Rugani's able to get there, get the ball in the end, and Rugani with a good ball, and Garassi's able to put the ball in the back of the net. Sergio Garassi, first goal of the season. What a ball from Rugani. Was able to win the ball quite comfortably for the most part. A good tackle. Rugani just punched the ball up top. Garassi's able to get onto it, and he's able to put the ball in the back of the net right to the keeper's left. XG showing it's a pretty even game, 0.79 versus 0.61 for Nîmes. Rugani, and we're able to get a goal, and Camavinga gets his first goal of the season. There's a little mix-up in the box. Bergeau is on the free kick. He takes it. Rugani's, I think Niang gets his head on it, but Camavinga is able to get the loose ball and just put it in the back of the net and tap it in. 2-1. Right now we're on top, 2-1. XG reflects that for the most part, 2.08 versus Nîmes 0.61. However, we've had more opportunities as well, and I think we should be up maybe possibly even 3-1. Out wide, but can't do anything with it. The ball swung in. Eduardo Camavinga, good ball in, another ball played, and Niang is able to get his first goal of the season, 3-1. I think this wing play is really going to help us out. There's a lot of balls that are getting intercepted though, so I'm not sure how I feel about that, so we might have to start tweaking with the tactic a little bit. Game is just about finished, 3 minutes of extra time. There hasn't been any more highlights since the last goal, and there it is, full time, first game in our managerial debut, and we win 3-1 against Nîmes. It's a very important win. Here are the starting lineups for Lyon versus Rennes. Of course, you have the likes of Anthony Lopez, Marcelo, Jason Denayer, ex-Man City center back, Desquiglio, Hosum Awa, as well as Memphis Depay and Moussa Dembele. They also have the 17-year-old and their substitutes, Ryan Cherki, who seems to be a very, very good player and possibly maybe someone we can try and pick up in the future. However, I doubt that might happen just because he'll come at a high price. Bruno on the ball, trying to move something with it, but we're able to punt the ball upfield, and Garassi has a chance, and it's a great save by Anthony Lopez. Grassi with a really decent effort there. However, we just got to keep that up. Paqueta with to Awar. He will get it to Dembele, and it's a great goal. Could it be offsides? Might be offsides. They are checking the goal, and they said it is disallowed. He was offsides. Awar released the ball. Oh, yeah, he was definitely offsides. It's a good 3 yards offsides. Lyon with Dembele. He's on the loose for a 1v1, and it's a good goal. It's his second goal of the season. Gomes dives the completely wrong way. He should have just come out strong. Dembele here with a great turn on who? Regani? Aguerd is able to just dribble right in between our other center back, and Gomes just dives the complete wrong way. He doesn't get big. He doesn't try and make the tackle. Berajud gets tackled but picks the ball back up. Garassi is able to look for it. Terrier and Meyer has a good opportunity, but he can't do anything with it. I thought that was a penalty too. It didn't look like that one tackle got ball, but apparently not. Niang looks like he's taking a knock, so we'll probably switch him out in halftime. Lopez putting the ball long. Dembele is able to keep on with the ball. We have to put a tackle on him. He's just doing too much with it, and it's a good tackle, but he's able to put the ball back in. Dubois on the ball, and it hits the post or the crossbar, and Memphis Depay is able to get the rebound. We are now down 2-0. Terrier is able to run onto it. Can he put the ball? And it's a good save by Anthony Lopez. Able to put the ball through to Masuasa? Not quite sure. Terrier, nothing, and Lopez. Oh, this is terrible. This is terrible football. Amari Traore with the ball. Lyon hanging very deep, just trying to take up space so no runs can be made, and Memphis Depay is able to win the ball. We're leaving just Dembele out open. And it's a good goal by Awar. We just can't seem to get anything going. Kamavinga is able to give it to Meyer with a good pass. Tate! Oh my days, Lopez is able to get down and make another save. Lopez has definitely kept them in this game, because this should easily be, we should have a chance here. Paqueta is able to cross it off the line. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be the end of the game. We're going to lose 3-0 today. Second game, and as manager of Rennes, we just can't come out with it. But look at the XG. Our XG was higher, so this is just one of those cases where just nothing went right today. Anthony Lopez with an 8.1 rating. He kept them in this game. We had an XG of 1.76, and Lyon only had 1.49. So realistically, we were definitely one of the better teams here. Passes completed was better. Possession was better. We also had more shots and more on target. However, Anthony Lopez just came big today, and when a keeper's on fire and on form like that, there's just nothing much you can do. With that game, we're also going to be creating a secondary tactic, because as I looked at the scout report, I decided to stick with the tactic that we had right now rather than look at the weaknesses of Lyon, which was they were more so weak to our regular Hertha Berlin tactic, the 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. So we might try that next time if that team is particularly weak to it. I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. Make sure if you guys have any suggestions as for tactics wise, players we should try and look at and pick up, let me know down in the comments down below. Remember, we only have a transfer budget of 5 million, and I'd rather not do loans where we have to pay them a monthly fee. Like if it's just something like paying their wage and whatnot, we could probably do that. However, as for a monthly fee, we just don't really have the money for that right now. Nonetheless, I hope you guys did enjoy the episode. Hit the like button if you guys did, and make sure to give me some of your recommendations down below. Subscribe if you guys are new for more content, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.